next order of business are our presentations and reports. And we're going to hear from the East End Valley Street Neighborhood Visioning Project. And Renee White and Carmen Ramos Kennedy will make the presentation.
Good evening. I got here in the nick of time based on previous experience. I thought you guys were going to take a lot longer. Anyway, hello. I'm Carmen Ramos Kennedy, and Renee is not here. She's on her way, but I'm going to go on and say good evening, Mayor Bellamy and City Council. Thank you so much for having us come in this evening to do a presentation of our vision. I think each of you should have a copy of our neighborhood vision in your packet. And we encourage you to become familiar with our goals as a community. The vision tells you where we are and where we want to go. The association began organizing in January 2010. Within a short time, it became clear that we needed a vision of what we wanted our neighborhood and community to be. Asheville's East End has a long and rich history. As the original historically African-American community, it was first slave housing, then a thriving, bustling center of commerce, social interaction, housing, and worship for its segregated citizens, and now a much more diverse community eager to retain our neighborhood's rich African-American heritage, lest it be lost or forgotten. Where we are now. Currently, we are in the process of adopting bylaws that will be finalized in May. As part of our vision, we formed task teams. The East End Task Team for the purpose of dialogue and communication amongst neighbors. Historical Preservation Task Team for the purpose of collecting and celebrating our history. The MLK Park Task Team for the purpose of cleanups and use of the park for family association functions. The East End Land Use Task Team, which we think is one of the most important, to work directly with the city in regards to land use and development in our community. We request that there be open dialogue and communication between our association on any issues that affect the East End neighborhood. Our association meets on the second Thursday of each Monday at 6:30 at St. James AME Church at 44 Hildebrand. We would like to invite all of you to come and join us in our meetings. In closing, I'd like to thank the city staff that volunteered to help us with facilitating our visioning process. And we want you to know that the East End is rising. Thank you so much.
All right.
And everybody expected to be here like 5:30 or so, but thank you.
Okay, thank you. Council, customarily we hear from a representative from the community when we have reports, i.e. Burton Street, and we accept the report and then recommend that we send it to staff for phased-in implementation at the appropriate place. Mr. Jackson, is that the correct process you want us to take on tonight?
I believe the council receives the report and then asks staff to advise you on how to implement it.
Yes, that. And so, council, if we could make a motion to receive the report and have staff advise us on implementation.
So moved.
Motion made and second. Any other member of the community wishing to address council on this issue?
I don't know whether anybody's here.
All right, council, any further questions or comments?
Just a comment.
Yes, go ahead.
I think it's evident that the East End is rising, and we appreciate the collaboration and the effort put forward by the community. I think anytime that any of us have the opportunity to visit the East End, and we're there a lot of events take place, and it's truly quite a history, quite a heritage, and I am grateful that you all have done this.
Thank you so much. Please do come to our meetings.
And I would hope, in line with, I've seen architectural plans connecting together Eagle Market Street, the Perspective Performance Center, and the new development that's going on there. And I would really hope that council will consider renaming South Charlotte Street as Valley Street again in the not distant future.
I think that's one of the recommendations that's trying to find its way to our agenda, and so there's conversations being had. I know that I've talked to the ABC director, and he's talked to the chair of the board. So there are conversations because there are two businesses that will be impacted beyond the city of Asheville. And so you're right. And that is one of the recommendations that's in this visioning document.
Thank you, Councilman Bothwell. We've been attending the Asheville Design Center meetings, and we're feeling very positive about what's going on there, and we're looking forward to reconnecting the East End to the block and let it become a whole family again. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. It's official, and the motion was unanimous.
Thank you.
Okay. Wonderful.